Good day, viewers. Tinkering around in an exercise of futility today. I thought I'd start tinkering around with my patio here. I need 8 foot by 10 foot. I've laid it out roughly here with some rocks and bricks for the 4 corners. You can see 2 here and 2 over there. That's about 8 by 10. The ground's certainly not level, and this Georgia clay got rocks and roots and grass. But I began scratching it up with a rake over there. Now I can put sand underneath these bricks, would probably help level it some. The only thing, I picked a pretty well level area to start with. And I got 1 tree root sticking up there. In fact, I moved the whole patio over 2 or 3 feet to avoid those big tree roots over there. But by the same token, I got into more grass over here. But I only see 1 tree root sticking up, and it ain't very big. I could take an axe and chop it off and fill it in. I'm thinking about going ahead and scratching up the dirt and laying the bricks out there with no sand or anything, just to see what it looks like. Probably be a little bumpy and uneven. Couldn't be more bumpy and uneven than this ground I got here. Now I got a sand filter over there on that deck I've been taking apart that's over half full of sand. And we're not talking about a little bit of sand. We're talking about 8 or 10 bags of sand, which is probably plenty enough to cover this area. I've been meaning to get it off the deck so I can finish tearing the deck down anyway. But I'm thinking on the lines of utilizing that sand that's in the sand filter by vacuuming it out of there, providing it ain't all moldy and nasty. Couldn't be too moldy when it was full of chlorine to start with. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and scratch this area out and just lay some bricks out and get an idea of what it's going to look like. I can always pick them up and add the sand and level it. Maybe I'll get lucky and I'll like it just the way it is. It don't got to be anywhere near perfect. Just something we can set the table on. Now the problem with this Georgia clay, when it rains around here and gets wet, these bricks are all going to settle anyway. If you put them down there on nice level sand, it's going to sink and settle when it gets wet. The way they get around that when they're doing a professional patio, they dig it up and compact it with gravel and crush and run rocks. I'm not doing all that. This is just a redneck patio I'm building today. But I'm going to tinker around with it a little bit, just see what it comes out looking like. I'm going to spend some time scratching up the dirt here, and then we'll come back to you with the camera. Alright, I have literally spent less than 5 minutes scratching the ground for the first row. Let's lay it out. Probably going to be rough as a cob, but I'm having fun laying down this first row. There we go. We got one row down. Now, if we can just get 9 more rows down. No, 8 more rows. 8 by 10, 7 more rows. I'll get it right in a minute. And get them halfway looking at that level. We'll be doing good. It's a little bumpy, but it don't look bad. Now, I know plenty of you are going to make idle comments about my redneck patio. But you got to remember, I'm an old man, short on funds, short on a lick of sense, and short on time. We're doing it the redneck shortcut way. And I don't expect a whole lot from it, but I'm doing the best I can. Keep your criticisms to yourself. That's it right there. I am taking advantage of one thing here. It might not be suitable in your area should you try to copy this idea. And you're welcome to copy it anytime you want. We got a lot of Georgia red clay here, which gets hard as a rock. If you're in a soft soil territory, you'll do a lot easier time scraping the level. But by the same token, can't guarantee it'll stay level. I can already see the first row's got several flaws in the levelness though. Basically, the reason I'm scraping this crap right here is not to get the grass up, but kind of level the dirt a little bit. And in the meantime, if there's any big rocks sticking up, which we got plenty of them, I'll find them. There's a tree. Get my pliers and pull that up. Hitting a rock right there. I am going to need my shovel. I didn't even bring it out here. It's down by the boathouse. I'm going to jump on the lawnmower and go get it. And the only reason I'm really going to use it is not to do a whole lot of shoveling, but to persuade these rocks out of the ground that's sticking up in several places. also should have mentioned I'm a little short on energy. I've already did more than I thought I was going to get done today. Let's lay down a row of red bricks as soon as I get this rock out. A rock the size of a goose egg ain't gonna be level enough to put your blocks on. You gotta get them out. Oops, another rock. That one's more like a banny hen's egg. You know what a banny hen is? Redneck Patio's making a little progress this afternoon. Looks like I can get one more row of red bricks in before I get to that point where I got to chop on that tree root. Trying to plan ahead on keeping it fairly level with my scratching. The big hill over there got to be scratched off. I made no attempt to move this grass, so I'm sure it'll probably try to grow up between the cracks. Hi Joe, I'm ready for row number 3. That's how you do each row. All right, going to get one more row here, probably before I quit for today. First, we got a tree root in the way, just for a section there. Tree root, go away. Tree root, come another. Look at that. Nothing to it. Collector's item. I know, in a couple years it'll grow right back. Let's do a little raking and get one more row of bricks. All right, viewers, let me walk on it a little bit. A little bit of movement on the bricks, but I think a good soaking with a garden hose will settle them in pretty good. Now, if you try this project yourself, you got to realize there's a good chance of failure if the bricks break or whatever. This is going to conclude part one of my Redneck Patio. I think it's going to be about either 80 or 100 square feet. So far I got 40 square feet done. And I'm not totally disappointed with what I got done so far. It looks pretty doggone good to me. Time it rains a few times and gets settled in, they ain't never going to be level, but they'll get pretty sturdy when they sink down into the mud. First rainy season we get, they'll sure sink. Thanks for tuning in to my vlog today. If it wasn't for Redneck Projects, I would have none at all.